shop manual on that thing too, you know, master read.
7 o'clock.
And that doesn't even.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome tonight to our meeting. We'd like to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Feel free to leave the meeting if we're not finished, and you need to. This is our agenda packet tonight, so we're going to be here for a while. And typically, February and March are always busy meetings with our year-end stuff. So, but again, if you do need to leave before we finish, you won't interrupt us in any way. All right, shall we get started here tonight? How about a roll call?
Yep. Al Titus.
Here.
John being present. Mike Rushing.
Here.
Dwayne Hagel.
Here.
Mark Baranowski.
Here.
All right, everybody's here. No public hearing scheduled. We have a guest speaker tonight. That would be Chief Miller from the Emmett Fire Department. What do you have for us tonight?
Thank you. Good evening. Yeah, as you all know, Chief Terry Nuss has retired. The village of Emmett has appointed me the new chief. That took effect back in November 1st, and I know I'm just getting here a little late, but I've got other townships that are the same as you, so I was trying to hit everybody as soon as I could. Yeah, you got Doug Nuss, new chief back here, so a little bit
Chiefs all over the place,
a little
huh?
bit of new blood. So
Kids on the block.
I've been on Emmett for about 25 years, a little over 25 years. I'm now going to be probably the oldest guy there in the department, which really seems weird. I do myself. I do live in Wales Township, so I don't have anything here in Riley Township that I really have been involved with or anything like that. Obviously, I don't really know anybody here, so I just kind of want to stop in tonight so you guys can kind of put a face to the name or a name to the face.
Sure.
I know we're going to be having contract talks, stuff like that down in the future here, so I would imagine I'm going to be involved a little bit with that. More so the town, the village won't have control of it, but just kind of want to stop by so you guys knew how I was. And if you got any issues with anything, you can call me. I've got some cards here.
Great.
I know we went to a new reporting, the old reporting system we had, the state no longer recognizes. So we went to a different one, and we've been working that out, and the guys, the personnel have been doing pretty good with it. I'm assuming you guys been getting them okay still. I don't know if it's Dawn that gets them or who gets them, but if there's any issues with them, feel free to give me a call. And you can send me any information over here that you need, and go from there.
All right, great. The board have any questions for the fire chief tonight?
Thank you for coming in and introducing yourself.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
How long was Jerry chief?
How long was it just the chief?
Jerry?
Yeah,
How long
the
was
actual chief, I want to say he was probably 8 years, I'd
Okay,
say.
I know he's been with the fire
He
department.
was on the department for 20 years. 'Cause
I was
that's
gonna say, yeah,
how he
yeah.
picked his time to
Long
retire.
time.
He was on for, I think, 29 years.
Okay.
Was retired
Long
was.
time. Okay,
So,
you've been there a long time too.
25, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. There's one other guy that's on there longer than me, and that's Phil Mosher. He used to be the chief back in the day. You may remember his name. He's a Raleigh Township resident. He's retiring
Yeah, I remember.
in May, so that'll make me the oldest one there.
Okay. You got a
Both
young,
age and both time.
young department?
Younger department, yeah.
Sure. All right, well, we sure appreciate you being here tonight.
And we're always looking for people to join, so if anybody know any
We hear
wishes
that.
to join,
We heard that from
you
Memphis
can
too.
come to Memphis or Emmett. So,
Okay. All right, thank you for being here tonight, and if there's no other questions, we'll
All right.
excuse you. So,
All right,
you're
well,
welcome
I'm
to stay or you
back
can
out.
leave.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Any other guest speakers tonight?
Yeah, I
know
got something, and I gave something to
I
Mike.
thought
but,
Commissioner Rushing might have something for us tonight.
The most important thing is, today, 47 years married.
Wow, that's
Oh,
great.
happy anniversary.
Congratulations.
Um,
Yeah.
This is gonna be on our agenda Thursday night on the
Oh,
Ways and Means.
Mike just showed me that.
And this has to do with the $500,000 that's gonna be allocated, and I'm currently the only commissioner that went and contacted all the municipalities to allocate monies. I got a list from you in every township and half the city of Memphis, what they're gonna use the money for. It's all been approved under what needs to be approved. That's gonna be in the agenda, but the county commissioner is gonna have to approve it. And at that point, we will contact Riley and Berlin, all the 6 townships, for the, when you're gonna be getting the money. This way you'll be able to put it into your agenda come April 1st. You'll approve it March 28th or whenever you normally have your budget approval meeting. So for your fiscal year starting
Yeah.
April 1st, you'll be able to include these funds.
March 29th, isn't it, Dawn? Our annual meeting?
Yes, March 29th.
Do you have a figure there for us?
Yes, I'm gonna go through each one.
Okay,
But
great.
Berlin Township, 3,115 residents. What I did was, I think, get an equal amount of dollars per capita, so $21.86 per resident. And that's where these figures come from. Berlin Township will get 68,000. I'm not gonna read the whole numbers off.
Sure.
Casco Township, 3,990, 87,000. Columbus Township, 4,112, 90,000. Ira Township, 5,000, 108,000. City of Memphis, 315, 6,800. Here's Riley, 3,199. You'll be able to have just short of 70,000, $69,914.33 for what you sent in. And please document it, because spend it on what you turned in for at the county. Because I don't want to find out that you increased your wages. I make that joke that, well, we're actually going to use that to increase wages.
That's a bad joke.
Because that wouldn't go very far.
No, are we limited? I know we've already kind of committed the money, but I thought it was to roads and ditches.
It
Yes.
was, it was.
Just what you put on your letter.
Okay.
And then, of course, that frees up what you may have in your general fund. You can do whatever you want with that money, but the monies that are going to be allocated from the county, please use it on what you send into the county. The last one is Wales Township, 3,180, and they get 69,500, for a total of 500,000, 22,878 residents.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, $70,000 goes a long way with our roads and ditches to add to our budget, so.
You might see the other commissioners, they might take 2-3 years before they allocate their money. We have until 2024,
Okay.
but we were gonna try to get this up before the end of our fiscal year, December 2021. That did not happen. We didn't get the final specifications from the government until January, so we now have that finalized. You guys have received those also now. And Mike's really involved in that stuff.
Does it come from like the ARPA funds?
What's that?
Does it come from the ARPA funds?
Yes.
Okay,
But you don't, the only documentation you have is what you already have.
good.
We're gonna be taking care of all the paperwork and getting a check out to you. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen, but please include it on your budget, which the hopefully will approve. Imagine Dawn's working on it.
She is. She is.
And I don't know if it changed, but I know when Linda Waddy was here, I didn't agree with it, the way they did it. And I did a line item for every single thing and put the budget on it. And then what we do, whether it was roads, if we put 60,000, I keep going from memory here, but it was 60,000, we may have only allocated 54,000, because if you go over your budget, line item budget, then you have to have something on your meeting that we need to have a budget.
Right.
Same thing at the county. That's required for government bodies. You have to have a balanced budget. So we did a line item, and I guess that's what you're working now on, new line item, and I need the spreadsheet first year. Al was here.
Yeah.
Helping do that. I think you've been doing fine.
Yeah, Dawn's been a huge help to me this year. We'll extend our thanks to the county and let them know that our road foreman has already been talking to me about ditching projects. And I said, hang on, we got some money coming. So we've got plenty of places for it, I can tell you that. So, thank you again.
And, because it is my 47th, or our 47th, we're gonna be taking off. But if anybody's got any questions for me while I'm here,
Yes. Commissioner Rushing, any questions? Throw them out now. All right. Doesn't look like it, Dave.
all right, you guys have fun.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank you for
Thanks.
being here.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dave.
Probably stop at the golf course for dinner.
All right, any citizens wishing to address the board tonight, hopefully on agenda items only. We've got so much on our agenda, I hate to get into other things this evening, but if there's someone here that needs to address us, please stand up now and say so. Okay, last call. All right, let's move on then. How about the agenda for tonight? Are there any additions?
We need to add, we just received the annual renewal for the property and casualty insurance from Nickel & Saff.
Okay.
We need to add that invoice
Would that
proposal.
be number 9 under new business then?
That would be a new business item, yes.
Okay. I was gonna take that slot, but I decided I'm gonna do my appointments tonight under number 3 in new business, because it's
Yes.
already there. So add insurance
Insurance renewal.
under number 9,
Mm-hmm.
or new business.
Yep.
All right, any other additions tonight to the agenda? I'm afraid to ask, but I need to. No?
Nope.
All right, then, I'll entertain a motion to
I'll make that motion.
approve with the
I'll
one
s-
addition.
I'll second.
All right. And a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, let's move on then. How about our, a motion to approve our consent
Yep.
agenda?
The consent agenda includes the regular meeting minutes from January 4th, the special meeting and public hearing held on January 28th, and the monthly bills and payroll, communications and correspondence that took place with the township.
All right, thank you, Dawn. Is there a motion to approve that consent agenda?
I'll make that motion also.
I'll second
All
that.
right, we have a motion and support. We need a roll call on this.
Yes, Dwayne Hagel,
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes. Motion carried. Township news and announcements. Recreational master plan. That would be Mike, would it not?
Yep, basically we submitted everything to the state today with much difficulty. As I went to process it, their system crashed and it lost all my data, so I had to put it all in a second time. But contacted them, let them know. They said they'd give us another day as far as proving it, so everything looks on the up and up, and as of tomorrow, it should be a go.
Just want to make a note that we do have the copies, the final copy of the recreation plan available hot off the press today. There is a copy up here. If anybody wants to look at it, they can look at it. Copies are available also at the township office.
We did make one change to it.
Oh, you did?
The date.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be 2022 to 2027.
Ah, okay.
He's like, do you want me to add that? It's like, it gives us a whole nother year. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Okay, very good. All right, so we'll have to make sure, we'll reprint the copies, or I won't
Just the
reprint.
cover sheet.
Yeah, just the cover sheet, so, perfect. But it will be available, and it will be made available for our website as well.
When will we have some kind of word back on that grant application?
I'm hoping tomorrow.
Oh, okay, that quick. Okay.
Well, as far as the DNR accepting it, and then
Yeah.
I can go back with Ian, and that's when he starts working his magic.
But it'll be much longer, I would expect, with the DNR.
It's just seeing what's open right now, and then what would apply to what we have.
Okay. Good deal. Keep working, moving forward on that, Mike.
Definitely.
All right, second item under news and announcements is a website update.
Yep. Website update has begun with the company that IT Right had put over to another organization, same tech company that the Memphis Police Fire Department had theirs done as well too. So this is just their preview page that they kind of submitted us so far. It's still a work in progress. It will not be fully functional until we give it the final okay, which will be a few months down the road yet. But I just wanted to give a little sneak preview of what the page is evolving into.
Okay. All right. How about the next item? ARPA final rule release.
Yep, the ARPA final rule was just recently released last week from the Department of Treasury. It's pretty lengthy, but it gives a lot of great information and some new rules, and they had the other rules before, and now they're going, oh gosh, okay, now they're going, no, you can do this, and it's like, oh, just, spins, but it's a lot of information. Our auditors, King and King, I've been in talks with them about the compliance reporting with them. So Wes got back with me again today about we can still have him do the compliance reporting for us. And I asked him today if he can give me back, he doesn't have a definitive cost yet, but as he's investigating what's all involved, he's getting a better idea as to what he can start charging. So his best guesstimate that he responded to me today was, my estimate for Riley Township would be between $750 and $1,500 for filing that's due April 30th of 2022. He would like to have an answer from us to put him, in place by the 15th of this month. So I would like to really recommend that we still have him do the compliance reporting for us, especially since he is our auditor for our main thing and in charge of all of our accounts and stuff like that too. So I still do recommend. So he gave us a pretty wide range there, on the low end 750 and the high end 1,500 for that annual filing. We'll have to do the compliance reporting again next year when the next requirement is done as well too. So
This is for the ARPA funds.
for the ARPA funds.
Okay, do you need a motion for that?
I do. I need emotions, and I think because he doesn't have an actual, we can just make a motion saying up to
For the high end.
Up to
1,500.
1,500? Okay, I'll make that motion, for,
To use King and
to
King
use King and King up to, $1,500.
for our compliance reporting for the ARPA funds. Thank you.
Yes.
Mike supported that motion.
And Mike, okay.
The nice thing is with the ARPA funds, they actually allow us to use those funds to pay for the reporting.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
So we have a motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
I will let him know that we will please schedule us for that.
Just for the informational standpoint, have we been awarded any of that money yet?
We got the first draw.
We got the first draw. That was like months ago, so
How
yes.
much? Just round figure?
172,000.
Yeah, yeah, we got 50% of it then. And I think we're supposed to be getting the second half soon. Wasn't there something on the
I
MTA
heard they're
website?
talking possibly in March,
Okay.
but it's sometime in the next 9 months we'll get it.
So do we know that we can in fact use that on roads and ditches?
Yes.
We can use it on roads and culverts.
Basically, they said
yeah.
as long as we collected less than $10 million from the
Mhm.
ARPA, it's pretty much a free-for-all. They said you can't do anything illegal with it, you can't pay off past debt, and you can't put in a rainy day fund, but other than that,
Well,
pretty much the sky's the limit.
And the other thing that with this final rule that came out, one of their more specifications that they says that the funds can be used towards any general government service that we do, which all ties into our department numbers that we use, what's defined as a general governmental service. So, and that's where the kind of the tricky part is, like roads and like planning commission, those are not general governmental services, but roads and culverts, since they're programs of ours, they were very specific in the webinars that I know I listened to from the Department of Treasury, and it was specific that culvert repairs were an eligible use.
Good.
So we may be able to use some of that money on our share with the county on the Braidwood Road Bridge.
Yes.
Eagle Road.
it states right here.
Yep, that was the information I gave you.
Water and sewer infrastructure, invest in wastewater and stormwater infrastructure.
Yep, and that's where the culvert, drains and culverts fall into.
I would really like to get a handle on these bridges, culverts,
Yeah.
right off the bat.
I
That's,
agree.
in my opinion, that's gonna be top priority. Then, then I would step over to doing the ditching properly, and then go
Yeah,
from there.
because it's those unexpected culvert expenses often
Oh,
that
yeah.
cripples our budget, our road
Yes.
budget.
Yeah.
So Mark's right, we will try to push money toward those right away.
Right, we already allocated, I think, the 60,000 from theirs, but we, out of our own funds of that, then what we basically need to do is for our April filing, probably in the March meeting, we need to make some decisions in allocating how much funds are we gonna put towards each department, because that's what's gotta get reported on the compliance reporting, that Wes is going to need.
We won't have any problem spending it because our share with the Braidwood Road Bridge is gonna be $150,000. So,
Yep. Yeah, cause our total is
Sure.
like, between both payments, is like over $340,000.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of places
So,
for
yeah.
the money, so,
And if, whatever we don't use, we have to give back.
well, we'll use it
We're
all.
gonna use
Definitely
it.
gone.
Won't be a problem spending it, I'll tell you that. We've got so much work that we'd like to do on these roads and culverts and bridges and ditches and limestone. So we'll put it to good use. All right, moving on tonight to committee and departmental reports. Planning Commission.
Let me see, we discussed the annual meeting summary report. Discussed residents on Sparling Road, and that was tabled, that was a residency issue. And they wanted me to ask the township board, what do we wanna do with these barn dominions?
Okay, Doug and I have been talking about that. I've been talking with Bob Vickery about it. He's still researching it, but he's not recommending any changes in our ordinances 913 and 916 right now. But
That's-
that may be coming.
Really?
But we do have some language in 913G that speaks about, in the site plan reviews, it speaks about the site and the structure in 916 being compatible and aesthetically pleasing in 913. So Bob thinks that that language is extremely helpful, but he does not think that at this point we need to amend any of our ordinances yet. If he sees
I
something
mean, I don't know,
different.
who would, you really can't judge somebody, I mean, what color they paint their house or
Right.
build a barn.
And what's considered aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and that's the
Who's gonna
problem,
make
is
that call?
defining the language.
It's like I can look at a tractor and be like, that's a beautiful tractor, and some lady's like,
Yeah,
it's a
it's the same thing.
tractor.
Exactly, so I did speak with Bruce Christie from Columbus and Liz Masters from Wales, and they already have, Columbus has several of those structures, barn dominions. And Liz Masters not sure if they have any yet or not, but she doesn't want them. But I said, good luck trying to prevent them, because according to the attorney, they're here, and as long as they conform to all the requirements of the building code, as a normal residential structure has to, we're not gonna prevent them from building them, those structures, so,
Well, the only thing, see, we got that ordinance that's compatible,
yes.
and that's where the residents could come back on township.
In what way, Doug?
Well, if you built, you approve a post,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and you got $500,000 house next to it.
Yeah,
And they could say, well, how come you're letting them build that house where we got an ordinance that's
Right.
supposed to be compatible with the other houses in the area?
yeah. Yeah, that's one of the concerns of the attorney, and that's why he's continuing to look at it. He doesn't like them personally, but he's not sure exactly.
You could build a 1,000-square-foot ugly house next to the 500,000.
Exactly.
That's right, you certainly could. So that's why we don't think we're gonna have much control in this issue, because, you know, what's compatible and what's aesthetically pleasing? I don't know. And how do you define that, and who defines it?
Yeah, who?
So that's gonna be the big question, but he's gonna look at it longer, and he's checking with some other townships as well to see what, if they have any different language in their ordinances than what we do. And then we're gonna get back together on it and see whether he recommends any changes or not. But,
What are we gonna tell these residents when they call in and?
well, according to him, they can come in and get their permit and their site plan approval, their prints approved, and move forward on it. We can't prohibit them from moving forward and building. If we change something down the road here, well, then it'll affect those that haven't started to build yet, but certainly not those that have already got their permits and are ready to go.
You're telling me we're gonna approve everything that comes in?
As of right now.
Yes? Yeah, we have to, Doug, we have no choice,
Boy,
according to the attorney.
some of these just look like a pole barn, I mean.
Do they?
I mean.
They just,
Hey,
they look like a pole barn,
I'm
but,
gonna put two poke holes, but that's all I can do. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a problem, and Vickery's gonna have to.
yep, he's gonna have to defend it. So, from your perspective as a building inspector, you have no choice but to accept their applications and move through the same process that you would with a normal residential structure.
Well, I don't know, I mean, I don't like that
Have we
situation.
judged new homes on aesthetics previously? Probably not.
Well, it's in the ordinance.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's in the ordinance, but 913, but, and it's also
I look
compatible
like-
as a 960.
I look 913 up,
Yeah.
and I don't know where he's coming from, but that's for commercial buildings. 913G.
B and C were the two that he was pointing to.
G.
B as in boy and C as in cat. Under 913G.
Yeah,
as
that's
in George.
commercial building.
Is that?
It's just a site plan for commercial buildings. I don't know where he's coming from.
Well, I'll go back to it.
And then, section 916, that's a single family,
Yeah.
and that, all that is, says in there, you gotta have the adequate storage, like 10% of the storage, of the square footage for storage.
Doesn't it
That's
use the word compatible with the neighboring homes or something surrounding residents?
Yeah.
The word
Yeah.
compatible, isn't that in 916?
Yeah, but I mean, you give me 916G, that's what Vickery said.
No, that was 913G.
Yeah, I got 913, that's commercial.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll remind him of that. He's been looking at this for a couple of weeks now, so, and doing some
And
research
the
on it.
916, that's on single family dwelling and all that
Right.
is in storage.
That's where the word compatible is used though in 916.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's.
But who's to
that's-
judge
And how do we define compatible? I don't know.
Beauty is in
Well, I get along with
the
George
building.
fine, but Greg over here, I can't stand. We're not compatible.
What'd you say there?
I said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, that's it.
No.
So what's ugly to one of us might be beautiful to the other. So,
There's a house around the corner here I think is ugly.
yeah, the
We have questions on.
supervisor
Well, you know,
Columbus
how weird it's gonna be.
doesn't like them, but he said they're here to stay in their township, so
Yeah.
I think they're here to stay too. I don't think there's any way
That's
to
what wife and I wanna build.
prohibit them, Doug, at this point. Neither does the attorney.
What's the Columbus Township building inspector doing?
This is the same thing we're doing. Their
So
orders doesn't
that's
say
what everyone
anymore,
else is doing the same
and he
thing.
says they've got a number of them already, and he said he doesn't like them either, but they're here to stay, so. Wales, that supervisor there spoke like, she's not sure if they even have any in the township, but they are getting calls about them like you are, Doug.
Yeah,
Let's
once
put it this
you
way,
let-
if you
once
talk to
let-
any-
Once you let one in,
Oh, yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, they're gonna say, well, he put one up.
yeah.
I'm gonna build one like him, so I mean,
Well, the first time I had Mr. Vickery look at it, he said, I don't see any way to prevent them from building in the township. So,
Have you
well,
talked to any
better-
townships that have blocked it?
no.
They better discontinue that ordinance then for the compatible.
Yeah, we may have to change the language in that.
Well, you're gonna have, it'd be too late then, once you get them in there.
Well, I'll talk to him again late in the week on it and see if he's found out any more. He is checking on other ordinances with other townships to see if they have any different language than what we
Any,
do.
any different wording besides compatible, I mean, or something, I mean.
Only word he suggested was aesthetically pleasing. Well, that's the same thing that, we're back to who interprets that, and how do we know we're interpreting it correctly? We wouldn't know till we get in court probably, so, I don't know. It's a problem for sure, and I understand that you're caught in the middle of it, but we're doing what we can to find out if there's other townships that have found a way to work with that problem.
You won't because you got that ordinance, that's what the holdup is. If we didn't have that ordinance, you no problem, you're gonna put them in there, and be done with it,
I'll keep you posted, Doug. Whatever he sends
Yeah,
down to me,
okay.
I'll let you know. All right, Dwayne, did you have anything else?
Nope,
for us?
that was it.
Sorry, I jumped the track there for a minute, but Doug and I had wanted to bring that up anyway. Zoning Board of Appeals?
No, Park and Rec, they didn't have
Park
no
and
meeting,
Rec,
but their
so-
meeting is February 28th.
February 28th?
Yep.
Okay. Zoning Board of Appeals?
None.
Okay. Ordinance Enforcement?
We have two cases that have, two additional cases that have just gone to the attorney.
Okay.
And one of the prior cases just before his time expired, he hired a firm to clean it up.
Okay,
They had a fire there, apparently.
I heard that, there was a fire.
I had a call from the man that was cleaning the site up, and he says the problem that he's run into is that a lot of the stuff, the debris, not so much the vehicles and that, but the debris is all frozen into the ground.
Frozen in the
And he
ground.
said he'll do the best he can to get it out of there, and he said, but it might take until the thaw.
Sure.
I said, as long as he's giving me his word that he's doing it, I have no problem with that, because I'm not gonna trust the homeowner anymore.
Right, right. Yeah,
Apparently, he had 250 tires that he had moved out.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that a bit.
Wow.
All right, well, stay with him on it, Fred. If he says he can't get the stuff out of the ground, he'll spring to make sure that, you know, follow up, make sure he does it then.
Yeah, he's a business owner, and he's been hired and contracted to do it, so I'm
Okay.
sure, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because of that he will do it. He sounds pretty reputable when I talk to him, so.
All right, good.
Good.
Good, anything else for us on that? On ordinance enforcement?
Just the new cases that are coming up, but they're
Okay.
just all still going in the
Alright.
beginning stages.
All right,
Talk to Dawn as far as the stuff that will come forward, it will be all put on the agendas.
okay.
And,
You know, she and I did discuss that, so.
yeah, and she's talked to me and relayed everything, so I've kind of got an idea of how to go about it now.
All right,
So that'll happen that way.
all right, good. Okay, thank you. We're gonna move on then, building departments. I saw there was a report.
Yeah, building department, Doug and Heather put together a annual report for 2021 in there, and the building department issued 189 new permits in 2021, and the total billed amount for issued permits in 2021 was $47,476. A total of 124 permits were finalized in 2021.
Yeah, I was shocked at those numbers. I think it said something like there were 11 new homes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
we got another 3 or 4 gonna start, yeah.
that's incredible when you look at the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Plus price of lumber and everything. but-
That's what I'm thinking, you know,
They're still
building materials are not only expensive, but they're hard to get.
Well, they're gonna burn aluminiums, so they're all steel.
Maybe that's why you're getting so many calls on them.
Our steel doubled
Is
anyway.
steel more available than wood?
Steel
It's no
doubled,
cheaper
steel,
than those
wood went down, steel went up lately.
Wow.
The price of everything's going up.
All right, that was a great report, very informative. What do we have under fire protection?
Fire protection was just the report that Doug had submitted to us, and plus what we got from Jeff White.
Okay,
I've got a question for the board, fire
Sure.
protection.
sure,
Historically, Memphis has done 1-year contracts with the township,
yeah,
and Emmett has done 3-year.
3 year.
Do you have a preference?
No, not necessarily, but anything, it should be more than once a year, at least twice a year. Or not twice a year, every 2 years, sorry. At least a minimum of every 2 years. Anything more than that, or anything less than that, yeah.
And 3 years has been a problem for us at times with Emmett,
Yeah.
and just the changes.
Theirs is coming up
questions.
though, when I looked at reviewed the contracts.
Two would not be a problem for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest, I'll only
Just
speak for
thinking, as
myself.
soon as you have like equipment that goes down or something, see you need to up your budget, you're locked into a contract that's long-term. Something negative I see with it.
Oh, let me see here. Which one is this?
But 1 year is kind of short term, so.
Yeah, we were
Yeah, I'm
looking
showing-
at
yeah.
Possibly going to longer term.
Yeah.
Memphis is expiring June 30th of 2022 of this year, so.
Yeah, we'll throw something at us.
I know last year we pushed that contract out long.
Yeah, and Emmett's is
Get
not,
the
doesn't
wording right.
expire until March 31st of 2023. So we have a whole nother year yet before Emmett's expires, but Memphis coming up.
I would certainly consider something longer than 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say at
How
least
about
every
the
2
rest of
years.
the board members?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. put it together and, maybe we can take care of it once in 2 years instead of every year.
I like that.
Yeah, and congratulations on the new appointment for yourself.
Thanks. I had sucker written across my forehead.
Well, I don't agree with that. No, I think that's an honor to be put in that position. All right, public records and services.
Yep, this is a FOIA coordinated report of 2021. Just a total of requests that were received by the FOIA coordinators was a total of 15 were received, 15 were fulfilled, none were denied. There were a total of 9 requesters of that 15, which means that we've had multiple requests from same individuals.
Repeat requests.
Yep, so that's for a total of 2021. I anticipate, because we do have a midterm election coming up, that we'll probably have more FOIA requests related to the election, because that seems to be pretty common.
Okay. Anything else on that?
No.
Roads, I don't think I have anything on roads, other than one complaint we had from a resident about a bunch of trees that were taken down in his front yard by the county, and then they left quite a mess. And so he called us, and I called our road foreman, and they went back and took care of it. He said they were gonna go back and take care of it anyway. They just hadn't got there, and of course, the resident was upset, and I don't blame him, but it's taken care of now. I did hear that the annual road commission meeting is gonna be Zoom again this year, which I was disappointed to hear, because it's been difficult to do a Zoom meeting with all the departments in the county road commission in the last 2 years, so I was hoping they would get back to an in-person meeting, but it's not gonna happen this year, so we'll let you know what that date is. I know it's coming up this month, toward the end of the month. That's all I have on roads tonight.
I want to add to that too, because it was part of our communications in the consent agenda. I received from the county a request of a summary report on the money match program and stuff. So if you saw the Excel spreadsheet that I forwarded on to them. So just real quick, I just want to point out, because I was able to highlight, even though they asked for just specifically the money match information, I also, since I was auditing it and looking at it myself, I totaled up for what was involved with the drain program, plus also for the limestone match program as well. So I'll just give you those figures real quick, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right, so in 2021, the Riley Township Money Match Program totals, let's see here. The total invoice amount was $70,564.09, and St. Clair County's match was $59,445.85. The drain program, the township paid $29,835.34, and the county paid $13,792.05. For the limestone match program, the township paid $4,908.49, and St. Clair County paid $19,633.95.
That was the 80-20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and on the Calvin Road project, we did end up with $1,500 or $1,700 more than we had approved. So I complained, and they took care of it.
Yeah, and then the emergency repairs that the township paid 100% basically totaled $8,221.99
Okay,
out of those emergency repairs.
all right. Okay, thank you, Dawn. I have nothing else under roads. Are we ready to move on
Yep.
to unfinished business? All right, first item we have there is blight complaint cases. Have we already covered that with our, did you have something different?
No, I didn't have anything in it unless, did we have anybody present for any of the cases
No,
today?
no.
None.
All right, we'll
Okay.
move on to generator estimate.
Okay.
That would be Mark.
Yes, we only got the 2 bids, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay,
Metro
no other
Electric
ones?
and Ainsworth?
Yep. It's looking like, I think we should go with Ainsworth, very reputable company.
I had a chance to meet both the reps on those companies.
And,
I like Ainsworth.
yeah, very reputable, price was pretty compatible, but with Ainsworth, we're getting both buildings are getting a 22 kW generator, which is good size, versus Metro, we are getting an 18/17 kW for this building.
Okay, a little bit smaller, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we should go with Ainsworth.
Yeah, Ainsworth is cheaper too.
My
Yeah,
right.
the price is
exactly.
better too, huh?
Yep. Also concerning price, are we going to use some of the ARPA funds
And we use all of it for it.
this?
What we can do,
Directly pull it right out of that fund?
Yep.
Okay.
if you wanna make that part of your motion too, that we will use ARPA funds towards
Okay,
this, then
yep.
that, you can make that part of your motions, and that way I can include it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to, use Ainsworth Electric out of Port Huron for a 22 kW standby generator for the office and for the hall, which is a 22 kW.
Okay, so the
I'll
estimate
second that.
numbers of,
Estimate numbers, let's see, for, okay,
Yep.
for the hall is $10,100. The estimate for the office is $9,900.
Okay, we have a motion,
I'll second it.
and Mike has supported that motion. Any further discussion? Do you wanna do a roll call on that?
Yep.
Ron?
Wait, I just had one quick thing.
Sure.
Do we need to go ahead and get some kind of service contract with them? Would you like to set something up now or wait until it's installed to see what they say would work out best for us?
Maybe get some information for the next meeting.
Well, I'm sure that
Okay.
if we tell them we've awarded the job to them, we'll get a contract before we get started.
Oh, well, I meant,
Oh, you mean
Just-
maintenance or
yeah,
warranty?
maintenance and
Okay.
service.
That can wait on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can negotiate that
Okay.
when we tell them that we'd like them to do the work. I'd like to at least get on the list
Yeah, cause it's gonna be,
and get
it's
them
gonna be
going on it.
a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
I think they'll do it quicker than the other companies.
Yeah, they're, plus they are an actual dealer.
Big company, they got a lot
They
of
sell to other contractor, you know, to contract.
Yeah, let's confirm with them if this motion passes tonight.
Okay.
And then we can negotiate a maintenance agreement or whatever they offer. All right, we have a motion and support. Don's gonna do a roll call vote.
Mark Baranowski?
Yes.
Mike Rushing?
Yes.
Al Titus?
Yes,
Dwayne Hagel?
Yes.
Don Beam, yes.
motion carried.
Good job, Mark.
Yeah, we'll do
Thank
that.
you. Al, did you, I mean, you're around the area more, did you wanna contact them?
Sure, I can
Or
contact
did you
them.
want me to?
Doesn't
But it's
matter.
kinda hard for me, you
No, I'll be
know.
glad to call them.
Okay.
Okay,
Al will contact?
Yep, I'll contact.
okay, thank you, Al.
Sure.
I
What
appreciate it.
brand is that generator?
Generac.
Generac,
Generac,
yep.
yeah.
We'll still do a correspondence to them as well, though, in writing.
Yeah, they become very popular, especially with the.
We have like 5 matter stores in all they do for like maintenance is change their own air filters, that's it.
You
Yeah.
use, Ainsworth?
On a couple of them.
Okay.
We have a big one at Ray Township, it's absolutely gigantic, it's got a V10 Triton engine,
Oh, yeah. they
twin
get
turbos
big.
on it.
Nice.
We don't have
They
nothing
can run
like
the
that.
whole city
out
of
here.
Memphis, that's what he told me. Just
All
for
right,
that one store.
we'll move forward on that and get these generators, on-demand generators coming our way. Next item under order of business, unfinished business, is roof replacement bids. How many bids do we have on roof work over here?
I think 3.
3? I wouldn't mind tabling this tonight if the board's in agreement. I did have a call from another contractor that wants to bid on it as well.
Let's table it then.
One way?
Pardon me?
One way?
No. No. Local contractor, but I wanted, I'm just looking to see who, oh, one way, no, theirs is already in here.
Okay.
It's a different contract.
The last meeting, they
Feedback?
didn't have any in here, so I called them up.
The bids range, well, I guess we're gonna leave it open, we won't mention that prices, but, let's see if there's a motion to, table it tonight and get one more, at least one more bid.
Motion, I'll make that motion to table.
Okay, I'll support. Any further discussion about it? Looks like they're, removing 3 layers of existing shingles, new drip edge.
3 layers.
Yeah, they said there's 3 layers on
I
that.
don't have the legal.
Surprised that roof's holding.
Ice and water, shield, of course, synthetic felt paper barrier, 33 squares of certainty shingles, 4 new roof bolts. Now, we wanted, yeah, okay, just looking to see if we're gonna, yeah, there it is, 103 foot of ridge vent. So that's what I wanted to make sure they were gonna install as a continuous roof.
Okay,
The
so,
next estimate says there's only 2 layers.
Yeah, I didn't think there was over 2 either.
I know his legal put more than 2.
It's not a good idea.
But on that, make sure the inlet, that the flashing on that chimney, you cut it in.
yeah, I was just gonna mention that, cause the one bid does state that, and there's 2 bids that really don't
Yeah, one bid says
state
they'll
any of that, so
cut into the
that's gonna be.
corner of the chimney for flashing, which is not the case now. So,
Because they put that flash right against the brick, it's gonna
yeah,
crack
Well-
and it's gonna.
right, it'll open up.
Since that is a brick, do we even need that type of chimney? Can that be taken right out and just have a conventional vent going through?
I don't know if there's a liner in that and it services the water heater or.
No,
the
to
new furnace down there is a horizontal vent, so that chimney might be able to be taken right out of there.
There's some kind of steel chimney in it, but I don't think it's being used anymore.
that one isn't used because it's got a power vent right out the side.
Yeah, right, that's the newest.
So
one.
why even have that chimney
Yeah,
there?
if we can remove it, we'll ask them to include that. or add
Because
it to the
I
bid.
did some work when I was doing
Yeah,
maintenance.
that's right.
But then if you
It's-
have this new guy bidding on it, then it's not fair to these other 3.
Well,
No,
now
we'd
we're gonna have to go
add
back,
that.
but.
Whoever we award the contract to, we'd have to add that and pay the extra to remove it.
Hammer it down,
We
lay
didn't-
it
It's
sheet
just,
plywood
just
down.
one less area that's
Oh, yeah,
that's gonna
absolutely.
leak.
If we can
You
eliminate it,
gotta
let's
see the
eliminate it.
long
Sure.
term of it.
Yeah, I
If
agree.
it's not being used, get rid of it.
Well, let's get the, any other final bids, and then if we want to add that, we can add it afterwards. But like you said, it wouldn't be fair to do it now, because they bid on
Exactly.
just the roof, not the chimney, so. All right, motion to table this then tonight?
Yep.
Is there support for that motion?
Support.
All right. If there's no further discussion, go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
if I'm not needed any longer, I'd like to pay.
Sure, go Fred. Yep, thanks for being here.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
I'm sure we'll
See
be
you, Fred.
talking soon.
See ya.
All right, let's move on tonight to new business. Park and Rec bathroom facility winter closure.
Hoping it's already.
This is at Tom's request, I'm sure.
Yes, it is.
Poor
It is.
guy.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, actually, to my knowledge, that has to stay open per county
That's what I.
regulations.
Really, I've never heard that.
Yes, when I was maintenance, I suggested that, and they said, no, it's gotta remain open. Now, it might have they might have changed
Yeah.
it at county.
Yeah, we'd have to have some kind of history on that to make sure it's,
Yeah, because as it stands right now, if it's not closed, we will have to find somebody else to do it.
yeah, Tom's ready. He's frustrated.
Yeah,
He's ready to leave us.
because after today, he's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's having a hard time with that.
Are
People
kids
are-
going in there and screwing with it, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, to say it nicely, there's no really nice way to say it, but it's that bad.
Yeah.
And in the winter time, it's very difficult to clean what he has to clean
Yeah.
in the manner that he has to clean
Yeah, he
it.
has no hose and water out there.
Right, see,
Not like in
and that's the thing, in
summer.
the summertime, he's like, I just go in with the hose, open the door and hose everything all down.
Right.
Wintertime, you can't do that.
No.
It's too difficult, and I don't know with the county of any of that, but I know like any of these types
can
of
we make a
facilities in the
motion?
state, that, the state, when they have these types of bathroom facilities,
Yeah.
they're closed up for the
Yeah,
winter.
they're all closed.
Sure.
So, I don't see
Lions
how we
aren't
can
open.
keep it open during the wintertime, because it's unreasonable to expect to be able to clean it during these months.
It is.
Being in the type of facility that it is.
It is.
And plus, for the sheriffs and state troopers and stuff that use it, they have access to our sheriff's room to be able to use the facilities
Yeah.
there.
Heated.
I see the FedEx drivers and people like that using it.
Well,
But,
they're commercial, so not.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we couldn't even install some sort of like time lock on there to where it closes up. It's open during the day, but closed at night.
Yeah,
I don't see-
I hate to say it, you gotta check with county.
I don't know why the county would have.
I don't know.
anything.
why
No.
they-
They- that's-
the
DNR, yeah, they wrote the original
That's,
grant on that park.
that's what they told me. I
Well, if the
wanted
county
to-
has some authority there, we'll ask them to send somebody out to clean it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
Because that
Alright.
does,
Or actually
Good.
hire, a septic cleaning service.
Well, that's not the
Well,
problem.
if
They
we-
could pump it.
Right.
The problem is what they're spreading on the walls.
yes,
Yeah.
that's the
What about
difficulty. No,
You can't do that.
Not in the bathroom.
not in the
No, not in
bathroom.
the bathroom, but on the door.
No.
coming and going.
There's
It's
still
easier
no
just to close
way.
it up. I say close it
We,
up.
we need to close it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'll make
If
a
the county has a
motion.
problem with it, we'll hear about it.
Yeah,
Make a motion, Dwayne.
I'll make a
Okay.
motion to close the outhouse till, when'd you say?
well, I have November 1st to March 31st.
That'll work.
Yep, I'll support that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? If there was any opposed, I was gonna tell them we'd delegate the cleaning job. Motion carried. All right, now we got past that one, let's deal with the rest of them. Fire run invoice, number 0004238, dispute. We have a lady who has protested the bill that the township has sent for a fire run from the Enid Fire Department. Did you have a chance to read this?
Yes, yep.
She hit a deer, totaled her car on her way to work at 5 a.m. and did not call for any type of emergency services or assistance because thankfully she was uninjured. And she received a copy of the report. It has a couple of inaccurate pieces of information on it. The first being that it states that the incident type was a motor vehicle accident with injuries, which is false. And the main reason why I did not call for them to show up was, she says, I am unsure who did. When they had arrived to the scene, they asked what happened, and my dad told them that I had hit the deer. One man commented that my car was probably wrecked beyond repair. Anyone could have seen that, she adds. And then they left. I did not even personally speak to any of them. And
It would just have to be a passerby that would call.
Probably.
also.
exactly,
That's probably what happened.
exactly. So yeah, you talk about a bad day, huh? First you hit a deer on your way to work and total your car out, and then you get a $1,200 bill from the township. Gee, I tell you, I think we need to do something with this for her. I really do.
I did too.
Yeah. I'd like to just waive the whole thing, I really would.
Are you gonna make that
I'll
motion to
make
waive
that
it?
motion to
I'll
waive it.
second that.
All right. Yeah, I think we need to waive it for. Any further discussion, or do you want to vote? Let's go ahead and vote. All in favor of waiving this fire run charge?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Pat, could you or someone contact her? Let her
Yeah,
know.
well,
All right, thank you. Let's see, we have Township Board Commission applications and appointments. And we have two new applications that I'm gonna recommend the board approve tonight. One is for Board of Review, Danielle Bergen. And she is applying for Board of Review member, and we certainly need a Board of Review member because we have lost one most recently. And it looks like a family member, maybe her husband is applying as well.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Okay,
They live,
for
they live
planning
behind me,
commission.
yep. They both have lived in, well, they moved away down to
The
Chesterfield.
name
with,
sounds familiar.
Yeah, they live over on,
Gilbert Road, it says here.
yeah, I mean, the Bergens grew up over on Webb Road,
Okay.
so.
All right, I'm gonna recommend the appointment of Danielle Bergen to the Board of Review. What does the board wanna do with that?
I'll second that.
All right, I didn't make a motion, I just
Oh,
made
you
a
didn't?
recommendation.
Oh.
So somebody have to
Yeah.
make a motion and then support.
Oh, I'll make a motion,
Okay,
for Danielle Bergen.
all right. Mike supported it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. How about David Bergen for the planning commission? We do need another planning member. don't
Yes.
we? Okay,
I'll make a
Replace-
motion, for David Bergen, to be appointed to planning commission.
I'll second it.
all right. We have a motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, the other appointments I have tonight are across the board. They're all up as of February 5th. I want to recommend the reappointment of the entire planning commission. Doug Pratt is our chair, of course. Dave Rushing is our vice chair. Dwayne is our trustee. Jerry Fillion, Michelle Daly Brown, and Brad Schuster. I'm making that recommendation to the board tonight for a 3-year term.
I'll make a motion to approve all those members for a 3-year term.
Second it.
All right? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
When is your next planning commission meeting? It's,
I was hoping you were gonna kick me off.
I know you were. I've heard that before, but I turned a
Like-
deaf ear to it.
what is it?
February 21st?
February 21st, then, I can probably come and
Now
make,
that you're fire chief, you
make,
might have a
swear
legitimate
everybody
excuse.
oath
We're
in
gonna
on the.
keep as long as
Oh,
we
okay.
can.
I'll do them all
There's just be a
together.
couple that won't be there, like Jerry Fillion, he's in Florida,
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's right.
And it doesn't mean that these will stand 3 years, of course, people are coming and going all the time. But we're gonna appoint them for that period of time and see what happens. Park and Rec, I'd like to reappoint Deanna Okarowski, Greg Yake, Cassandra Straight, Kathy Fillion, Jennifer Rushing, and of course Dwayne's our trustee, he doesn't need to be reappointed. So I'd like to recommend those for reappointment for a 3-year term as well.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. ZBA, I'd like to reappoint Florence Sawicki, Steve Aganaga,
Yep.
Mark Baranowski, which is our trustee, of course, Mark Turl, which is our chair, Jerry Fillion, and I have alternate of Doug Pratt. We're using that guy everywhere.
I'll make a motion
All right,
I'll second it.
to
okay.
approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, we've got just a couple more here. We'll get through them quickly. Salary Compensation Commission. Marty Cook, Jeff White, John Zayats. I'm not sure that these guys are gonna stick with us, but I'd like to recommend the reappointment for a 5-year term, from February 5th, 2022 to 2027.
I'll make a motion to, have those individuals, reappointed.
All right,
I'll second it.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. The last one I have is Construction Board of Appeals. That would be Frank Doucet, who is a builder, John Thibodeau, who's a builder, Rob Baranowski, who is a mechanical guy. I'd like to reappoint them for 2 years. It's a 2-year term. Is there a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion for that.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. That's all I have on appointments tonight. What else?
What does that last group do? Al?
Construction Board of
Construction Board of Appeals, if somebody has an issue with our inspector and they can't resolve it, or with myself, or with an ordinance or whatever, they have the opportunity to appeal their grievance. And so I've only been on one time, the city of Memphis asked me to sit on one, and it was resolved quickly, so it's very rare. I don't think we've ever had one here.
No,
have
we
Al?
have, I don't think we
I
have.
don't ever remember one, but state law says we have to have a construction board of appeals in place, so. But I don't think we've ever had a call for a meeting. What else did we have under appointments that that's probably it, isn't it, Dawn?
That was it.
Okay, electrical inspector. Jim,
Yep,
tell us what's going on.
I am gonna more likely be leaving town and going out of town to work.
Okay,
Occasionally, most of the time, or inadvertently. So trying to relinquish my duties to this fellow here, Pat.
okay, so you've got an
Possible?
alternate here?
Huh?
Interim inspector?
Well, I'm thinking full-time and I would be interim,
Okay,
is what I
okay,
wanna do. Cause I don't know, I may be here, if I get a job out of town, I may be here one day and gone the next.
sure,
And I might not be back for 3 months.
we understand.
And I may not, or may not be back for 6 months.
Not working with your work schedule.
I tried retirement and I'm bored. It's not working for me.
Glad to hear that.
So and Pat's the other guy, so I'm looking for him to take over for me. And if
Alright.
I need to, if I'm around and I can help him out or whatever,
Okay.
then I'll do that.
This must be Pat next
This
to
is
you?
Pat right here.
Okay, Pat, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're ready to step in and cover for Jim?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, so what does the board want to do tonight? Do we want to appoint him as interim right now? Or?
Well, at first I
Alternate?
need a decision from Jim if he's,
Oh, well, he's stepping
going
down.
to be are you submitting your resignation or are you going to take a leave
Yeah.
of absence?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
You can take a leave of absence if you want it, or you can
well,
resign.
I could do that too, and that way if he needs help, once in a while, I could help him out if I'm here. I mean, that's up to you guys.
well, if you resign, but we could still bring you in as interim to him.
Yeah,
to-
like I was saying about like that, for interim, you would have to carry insurance too. But if I was still.
Interim, we
If I
could-
was still on the payroll,
No,
but.
interim, you would be an independent contractor.
Right, which you'd have to carry insurance for independent contractor. They don't make enough money to do
Right.
that.
Mhm.
So it'd have to be,
Mhm.
it would have to be on the payroll still, but just not working or leave absence or whatever, then I can come back
Okay.
when you need me, or you would just take over altogether. And then I just leave.
So we gotta kinda have a decision here tonight, don't we? What direction we're going in.
So he can put leave of absence?
Anybody can put in a leave of absence.
As long as he has an inspector to
that's-
cover for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
would
does.
work for the township, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be.
But that way you got a backup, cause otherwise
Right.
you guys don't have.
Yeah, and it would give
So
you
if he gets
time,
sick or he ends
Mhm.
up, leaving town or whatever, he has to do something or whatever, can't make it for a couple weeks, and I'm here to help out, then I can do it. But
so which
then
is
that
your,
way, neither one of us have to carry insurance as an independent.
which is your preference? Would you rather take a leave of absence, or do you just wanna resign?
Leave it absence.
Okay,
That way I can help him out
all right,
if it comes, and it helps you guys out too, because
all
then
right.
you ain't gotta scramble
Sure.
and try to find somebody that is an independent, that is insured.
Okay. Leave of absence effective as of which date? Today?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need a motion to accept that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the leave of absence by electrical inspector Jim tonight,
I can support that.
okay? Any further discussion, or are we ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, you are officially on leave of absence.
All right.
Let us know what you wanna do long-term when you know.
Yeah, right, let me see how it works out, but yeah, I'm
Mhm.
thinking,
All right,
it's gonna probably be like that for a while.
okay. Thank you, Pat, for being here tonight.
Mhm.
Both of you.
So now we need to then bring on an interim, right?
Yes.
So if we bring Pat on as an interim, do we still have to do interviews and post in the newspaper and
Yes.
all that good stuff?
I think it still needs to be done overall.
Well, I think we can wait
But
until we
can
know
we,
what
or
Jim wants
Let
to
the
do.
decide,
Until he
okay.
steps out of the position.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah,
Being
I
that
think
it's
we
just a
can-
leave of
He's on a
absence.
leave of absence, we can wait till he sees
Okay,
if that's
and
gonna be
then-
permanent or temporary.
Okay,
And then we could, if it's
yes,
permanent.
because it's
then we
not
can
resigning
appoint-
officially, so, yep,
Appoint Jim, Pat as interim and then start
Correct.
our search for a permanent inspector,
sounds good.
long-term.
And that's why he's working for the township,
Mhm.
right, officially. He's not
Right,
a
as a, you
contractor.
mentioned as a contractor, right, Don? Not an
As an
employee.
interim, we can bring him in as an independent contractor, so he would be a 1099, he can be a 1099
Well, then
employee.
I'll just resign.
Or we can, it's, either way, I mean,
Okay.
how,
Cause he can't pay insurance and whatever.
Gotcha,
it's covered
gotcha.
what he's-
no, we
what he's
can,
making, it's not gonna-
right. No, we can still do it put him out as an employee, either way. We can go
Okay.
either way with it.
How about this, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Mhm.
I just retired in June. I was in local 58 and lived there, electrical trades for about 37 years. A little bored, but I don't think it's bored as Jim.
Mhm.
Sounds like you've been in the business all your life.
Yeah, for quite a time.
Mhm.
Did a lot of commercial, industrial, institutional work, some residential. I know most of this is going to be like 99% residential.
So you're available is what you're saying. You are retired or semi-retired? or-
No, I'm retired.
Okay.
You live here in Riley?
No, I live in Wells Township for
Okay.
about the last 30 years.
Do you inspect for any of the other townships in the area?
No, I don't. That was something Jim and I actually talked about. And some of the inspectors that do the other townships, they had quite a few townships themselves, and they were talking about retiring themselves. Because that's one of the reasons we both got our inspector's licenses.
Sure.
But they seem to be holding on to them. They want to go a few more years, so.
Okay.
It didn't transition like we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. All right, what do we want to do with this tonight, Ron? We officially have Jim on leave of absence.
Yeah, so we can appoint Pat as a W-2 employee, that's fine, just because that, we can go either way, so that's
Okay.
fine. Because he's gonna be just as busy as what Jim
If
was.
he's a W-2 employee, he doesn't need insurance then, is what you're saying?
No,
Okay. Otherwise, as a contractor, he would.
right.
Okay. All right. All right,
Yeah.
so we need to make a motion to appoint Pat as the interim.
As interim,
Okay. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right. You have, I know you have his info already.
I do, and
We have
I
quite a
have
bit.
phone number here, so I'll get in touch with you, Pat, and we can get paperwork and everything for you.
All right. We had a motion and support, did we not? We haven't
Mhm.
voted yet, correct?
Correct.
We have a motion to appoint Pat as the interim inspector.
Mhm.
And support, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, thank you, gentlemen, for being here tonight. What do we have on our agenda next?
Township office hours.
Township office hours.
Thank you.
Operation and holiday office closure for 22-23. I understand there's some changes there.
Yes.
As is always the case.
Yep, office hours of operation are the same that I have here for the, Monday is 9 to 5 PM, Tuesday 9 to 3, Wednesday and Thursday are also 9 to 3, closed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Township Office of Operations.
Okay.
I think Mike had mentioned about possibly keeping, extending one of those days into the evening, or having more evening hours available. So I didn't know if anybody else wanted to consider changing the schedule, allowing for more late hours.
What about during tax time? Is that
Is
a
that what your
possibility?
thoughts were, Mike, initially?
Just mostly have people I've talked to, the main complaint was, it's like I get out of work at 5, by the time I get out of work, the offices are always closed, so it's either I gotta take time off of work to come in and do township
Right.
business, or, so I wasn't sure if maybe we wanted to take one day, have extended hours, like even Monday, if we go from like 5 until maybe 6 or 7. But once again, we'd have to talk with our office staff and make sure that they're available, but I figured for the residents, it might be helpful. If we want to do it on a trial run.
Yeah, I would think that would make a long day on a Monday, but maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, somebody might be willing to stay to 5 instead of 3.
Well, because Monday we're already staying open till 5. I'm just thinking, like I said, people are getting out of work at
Okay,
5.
5's not late enough for some, you're saying?
Right.
Okay. Well, I would think we want to talk to our office staff first and see what will work for
Yeah.
them.
We can, you want to table this then until
Yeah, sure.
March meeting, and then we
Yes.
can have some discussion and find out a little
Yes.
bit further?
I'll make a motion to table.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to the office personnel and see what works for them.
Because what you're saying, Mike, is you'd like to see what's the late, till 7 PM is what you're looking for?
I'd say no later than 7, but
Okay.
like I said, people have that option, like,
Have one
okay, work my full
evening
day,
till 7 PM.
come in, do my township business.
One evening till 7 PM, possible. Okay.
Alrighty. I know we're not done with this sheet yet, are we, Dawn?
No, the office closure schedule for holidays is on this bottom part of this here. So looking at the calendar for next year, when do the holidays fall, kind of thing, and according to our office hours and stuff like that. So reduced on some of the holidays. Some of them were really unnecessary, I thought, as bank holidays, more so bank holidays. There's plenty of times where certain holidays and stuff like that, people would be dropping off and I'd be running in there. They're like, oh, I'm like, the office is closed, but I'll take your taxes in for you. So, and the phone's always ringing on like certain days and stuff like that. So I think that it would better serve our community if we stayed open a little bit more, because we're already a part-time office as it is, and to close it down even more on certain holidays can be, difficult for things, especially come tax season.
You and I discussed this, Dawn, and weren't some of these holidays actually, there was a day off before the holiday and a day off after?
Yeah, especially when holidays fall on the weekend and stuff, it really made it difficult. Yeah, because the office was already, the office is already closed, so when a holiday falls already on a closed normal day for us, the holiday was still given.
Yeah.
So we were closed even longer than we should have. Like there was one that I think we were only open one day that week.
Yeah,
So,
those are the ones I was getting complaints on from the residents. The one where
Yeah.
there was a day off before and a day off after the holiday. And they were saying, look,
Yeah.
one day ought to be enough. Come on, We
Yeah.
have business to take care of.
yeah, and realistically, like especially with the Christmas and New Year's holidays where you have both an eve and the day, and that's where we ran into the issues
Right.
mostly. And this year, Christmas Day falls on a Sunday.
Okay.
So, so where we could still have Christmas Day fall on the Monday, and that would be the holiday, but not have the eve off. That way, especially with tax season during that time, the office would still be closed on Friday, because that's our normal Friday off kind of thing, but they would still be able to get their taxes in on that Thursday instead of being closed.
So this says Memorial Day, Independence Day, Primary Election Day, Labor Day, Midterm Election Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day.
Yeah, it
The
makes
office
better
will be
sense to be closed on the election days because we're so busy in the township office anyhow. So rather than giving the other days off in January and February off, it makes better sense to be closed on those election days. So that way, a lot of times our staff may be available as election inspectors instead of having the office open.
This is what we're proposing then, what's on the
Yes.
sheet. All right.
Yep, and of course, the clerk's office on election days is mandatory. I have to be open as the clerk's office, but the township office does not have to be open.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna make a motion to adopt this township office hours of operation for 22-23.
I'll second that.
All right, any further discussion on it? Yes, question, Dawn?
I have a question. Your staff is already part-time and they deserve those holidays. Those are government holidays. I feel like that's taking something that they've already gotten away from them. I don't.
Well, the only reason we considered it were the complaints from the residents. And,
I think it depends on how you do your calendar, because you could have easily done for Christmas the day before, which would have fell in 1 week, and still been open longer between Christmas and New Year's rather than 2 days together.
sure. All right, okay, thanks
That's
for
just
your,
my opinion.
thanks for your
I think you're
input.
taking Christmas Eve away from families.
Any other thoughts?
No, I think that this would be suffice. I think we need to better serve our community for those days. Christmas Eve already falls on a non-scheduled work day anyway, so we're not taking anything away from them other than being
Saturday
paid
and Sunday would be
You're
Christmas
taking
Eve,
away a
Christmas
paid
Day.
day,
a paid, yeah,
paid
that's,
day off.
but they also do get paid time off as well too, so I think,
Do they get weather days as well?
pardon me?
Do they get weather days, inclement weather days? That's been a,
No, I was told I have to become taxi.
How many days are you gonna cut?
Mhm.
how many days of a cut is this?
I think it's 4.
4, okay. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
we have a motion and support. Is there further discussion then? Anybody else want to weigh in on? Okay. Then I would say let's vote. You want to do a roll call on this? No, all right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. All right, let's go back to our agenda here. We gotta move. We're gonna be here all night.
Resolutions.
Let's see, resolutions,
Oh.
okay. First one will be the easiest.
Yes.
That is the poverty exemption resolution. Guidelines for poverty exemption resolutions.
Yep, and the application from the state of Michigan that will be used
All right.
as well too, so, yep.
Okay, this is what the board of review uses.
Yep, it's the same resolution as last year, just with updated poverty figures
Okay.
that are bold, that are in bold on the second page. Everything else is all the same.
Okay. All right, the first one is resolution 2022-02, guidelines for poverty exemptions and application. We want to take these one at a time, do we not?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-02.
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any
We need a roll call on these.
All right, we'll do a roll call. I
We'll do
thought we
quick
did a
roll call,
resolution.
so. Titus,
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Mike Rushing,
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Motion carried. All right, the next one is resolution to waive interest and penalty associated with not filed property transfer affidavits.
This is pretty much the same resolution as what's been filed before, only with an updated property transfer form from the state of Michigan with it, so that's all.
All right, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-03.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion? No. Go ahead.
Mark Baranowski,
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes, motion carried. The next one we have is a resolution approving the 2022 annual meeting date.
Which is scheduled for March 29th at 7 PM here at the Riley Township Hall.
Yes, I was looking for that, thank you. Yes, all right, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-04.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion? If not, let's do a vote on that.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Al Titus.
Yes, motion carried. The next one on our list is a resolution approving the 2022 budget hearing date, which would be March 29th also, 7 PM.
Yep.
Is there a motion to approve that resolution?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-05.
I'll second that.
All right, motion and support. Any further discussion? Okay, if not, we'll vote.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes,
Don Beam, yes. Mike Rushing.
Yes.
motion carried. The next one is special assessment role for fire and rescue protection, public hearing date, which has been set for March 29th as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Yep, just making a note that the expected let me just make sure here in the second paragraph, the fiscal year 2022-23 amount is approximately $101,141, and that the assessed amount is $39,129. The millage rate itself is not going to be changed. That is the same as the prior year.
and that's 0.3 mils.
Correct.
Okay. All right, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-06.
I'll second.
He beat ya.
I can't beat
We
this
got
guy.
these guys
Think
cranking
that's
up
it.
tonight. They wanna get out of here
I
too.
can't beat him.
All right, we have a motion and support. If there's no further discussion, I'll ask Don to do a roll call.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes.
Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes.
Motion carried. All right, let's move on to the next one, which
Okay.
is
The salaries.
the one we've all been waiting for. The elected officials' salaries, supervisor, clerk, treasurer, and trustees. No, I don't have that resolution in front of me.
Which one? What, the,
Oh, yes,
Yes, you
I'm
do.
sorry. I got it here. It just looked different and I didn't pick up on it.
yeah, it's 2022-07.
All right.
Salary of the township supervisor.
I don't have that resolution. I have the.
It should be on page,
elected
under that
officials
one. Yep,
statute.
it should be the next page.
Oh, there it is, yeah. No, that's a different.
Under your, that staple piece.
All right.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, just turn that whole,
I got it.
Yep, there you go.
nope, keep going.
Take the whole
Keep
packet
going,
right out
take
of
that, take that right out of the way.
there. Take that out. Keep going.
You got a dish of
Mike,
strawberries.
grab it. Grab it from him.
Yeah. Don't even
Thank
use
you.
that. Okay, now, right there, on your hands.
Got it. It's getting late, I tell you, after 8 o'clock, I'm done.
I don't,
I'm not worth anything. All right, resolution to establish township officers' salaries. Salary of the township supervisor.
In the middle there.
$16,967. What kind of increase is that?
5%.
5%. All right.
There were no increases. There have not been any increases in any salaries in the last 3 years.
Yes. We know. Okay, is,
know that.
we know it well.
yeah.
Very well. Is there a motion to?
I'll make a motion
Adopt this resolution.
to adopt resolution number 2022-07.
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? If not, we'll ask for a roll call vote.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Motion carried. The next one is a resolution to establish the township officer's salary. This is the salary of the township clerk, which is set at $19,012 per year.
Salary. That's
Salary.
also a 5% increase.
All right. Is there a motion to adopt this
I'll make a
resolution?
motion to adopt resolution number 2022-08.
I'll second.
Keep up the good work, guys. We're moving right along tonight. Any further discussion? If not, we'll ask the clerk to do a roll call vote.
Yep. Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes.
Motion carried. Next one is salary of the township treasurer. That's set, is that not the same?
It's
as
the
clerk?
same. Yeah, the
as
clerk and the treasurer are typically the same.
$19,012 salary annually.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-09.
I'll second.
All right, if there's no further discussion, we'll do a roll call vote.
Dwayne Hagel.
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Don Beam, yes. Al Titus.
Yes.
Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Motion carried. All right, the next one we have is resolution to establish township officer salary, salary of township trustees. And that is trustee $2,700 salary, 100 per additional, above 1 per month board of trustees meetings. You wanna-
That is a change.
Yeah, help us
So I'll let
understand
me
the
explain,
change.
yeah. It can be either way. It can be a per meeting rate or a salary rate. The issue, how it was worded in previous resolutions, using the word per diem, means per day. And it's not really, it doesn't necessarily set to the annual electors. However, it has to be better specified that if it's going to be per meeting, it needs to say per meeting or salary. Per diem means per day, so if you had another meeting, like a ZBA meeting on the same as a board meeting, you would only get paid per diem, technically, legally, only one of those meetings, not for both. That's the issue.
Yep. Same
That's-
as when we had used to have the road commission meetings too.
Right, so if you had any other meeting on the same day like today, you would only get paid the one meeting. You would not be able to get paid the other meeting because of the language. Not many people know and understand because it's used kind of interchangeably, diem per meeting, but really they're two very specific, mean specific things. I thought it would be better suited as a salary, flat rate. You just get that. It is included a $25 per month increase from the $200 to get the $2,700 salary. So even if you were out ill, you would still get your salary rate. But if you attended any additional meetings for the board, if we had another special meeting during that you would still get your salary rate, then you would get the $100 on top of it.
Okay, so it
Does
is-
that make sense?
It is an increase.
Okay. It is an increase overall.
Okay.
So if you only just had the one board meeting per month, but now it's the $200 rate. So at this, it's $225 a month.
All right, I will make a motion to approve resolution 2022-10.
I'll second it.
Right,
We're mixing it up.
we have to. We should be mixing it up.
Well, this is the trustees, so,
We
yeah.
don't want the trustees to have to approve their own salaries.
Okay.
So if there's no further discussion, we'll ask the clerk to do the roll call vote.
Okay. Al Titus?
Yes.
Mike Rushing?
Yes.
Dawn Beam, yes. Mark Baranowski?
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel?
Yep.
Motion carried. All right, next we have a resolution of employee and non-employee compensation.
Mhm.
Missed number 11.
Did I miss something there?
No?
Business expense.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah.
This one?
Al has it right. That is number 11.
Yeah,
Okay,
yep,
Do you-
it's, yep.
yeah, I got it. Resolution
Oh.
On the agenda, it's
2022-11.
mixed.
Oh, did I? I kind of, yeah.
So is that the one we're on now?
Yeah, we are on the employee and non-employee compensation
Okay.
for that.
Now,
so.
these have been increased slightly too, have they not?
Yeah, the planning commission, like per meetings, were all increased at $5 increments. Rates for the office staff with the 25-cent per hour increase. Let's see here, I think board of review also had a slight increase. Let's see here. Election inspectors, chairpersons were at a flat rate per election instead of per hour. And they will be as non-employee 1099 employees. Anyone with an asterisk would be considered a 1099 employee. And then, let's see here. Inspectors were the same. Increase for the maintenance personnel. Let's see here. And I am asking for stipends for human resources, non-statutory other duties for human resources retirement coordinator. The FOIA coordinators is the same, accounting non-statutory other duties, accounts payable non-statutory other duties, and website and IT coordinator in there as well,
Where's that one at?
at the very bottom.
Okay, I got it. Human resources. Okay, Dawn and I discussed this, she does a lot of things non-statutory that she's not paid for, and that's where these are coming from. Accounting non-statutory, accounts payable, website coordinator, FOIA coordinator, human resource / retirement coordinator. All right, is there, let's see if there's a motion to adopt this, and then if there's any discussion, we'll follow up with that. I will make a motion to adopt resolution 2022-11, employee and non-employee compensation.
I'll second it.
All right. Any further
That's number
discussion?
12, isn't it?
No,
It's
sorry, the
off.
agenda. The agenda, my numbers didn't get followed
11's
through,
supposed to be
changed.
13, so making 12, 11, 13, 12.
Sorry. They're all there.
Did that to confuse you.
Keep me on your toes.
Believe-
All right, where are we? I got lost there. We had a motion
Yeah, motion
and
and
support,
Mike supported.
and I asked if there was any further discussion by the board. If not, we'll take a roll call vote.
How would they get paid, by the hour then on this?
It's all specified on the sheet that's been done before, so it's depending on the item, it's either per hour, per meeting, or per month. So it's all specified on this resolution. Yeah, yeah,
You can have it done.
yeah, yeah. You want Swain's? Go ahead. There you go.
All right. Is there any further discussion by the board on this? I'd like to move along. tonight.
Okay.
If not, let's do a roll call vote.
Al Titus?
Yes.
Mike Rushing?
Yes.
John Beam, yes. Mark Baranowski?
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel?
Yes.
Motion carried. All right, resolution 2022-12,
Yep, this
paid
is
holiday and other
productive hours. Yep, this is basically more of a formal resolution. We have the holidays that we made the motion earlier. This is basically just a more formal offering of those those holidays will be paid for those other non-productive hours to the township office personnel that is specified. So that way, when the auditors come in, we're not searching through the minutes, looking for those approvals. It's all in the resolution that we hand to the auditors
All right,
on those specified days that were already approved.
okay. I will make a motion to adopt resolution 2022-12.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All right, go ahead, Dawn.
Al Titus?
Yes.
Mike Rushing?
Yes.
Mark Baranowski?
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel?
Yes.
Don Beam, yes.
All right, the last resolution that I see here is 2022-13, which is business expense reimbursement.
Yep, this is another thing that just to kind of make our expenses kind of more cleaned up in a sense for our audits. When we do our audits, these are things that we're not looking through the actual meeting motions, trying to find the approvals on them. It's all in one nice handy document. Cell phone reimbursements have been given in the past to those specific departments. And then we also have mileage reimbursements that would be at the current IRS rate, training and meeting reimbursements, and these are all out-of-pocket expenses. So anybody that pays for these items out of pocket get that reimbursement typically through the payroll system.
Okay, the changes here would be, it says here cell phone, $50 per month.
Yep, that's the same amount.
Allowance. Supervisor, clerk, and treasurer, I've never had a cell phone allowance.
Right, so
So that's new for me. What
that
about
is new for
clerk and
you.
treasurer?
Clerk and treasurer typically do. I included you because you don't have typical office hours. You do use your personal cell phone, so
Oh, Captain, my captain.
whenever you conduct
So-
business with the township residents, it's all on your personal cell phone.
So some of our inspectors have cell phone
That's different.
reimbursement too,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah, that is different. We actually pay the
Okay.
expense. These are only for out-of-pocket expenses
Okay, I got
that
you.
we pay for. So the other, for the building inspector, we actually pay that invoice,
Okay,
not from his out-of-pocket.
okay.
And then well, that was the thing too, is with the change in the OEO being considered non-employee, then he would not be qualified for the cell phone reimbursement in that sense.
Because he'd be a 1099.
Correct.
Instead of a township.
Right, so that would be removed,
General
yep,
contractor.
yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is there a motion to approve this, and then we'll see if there's any further discussion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 2022-13.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right. Any further discussion? All right.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do a roll call on that one.
Dwayne Hagel,
Yes.
Mark Baranowski.
Yes.
Mike Rushing.
Yes.
Al Titus.
Yes,
Don Beam, yes.
motion carried. The next on my list, number 7, is Charter Township Eligibility Certification Resolution. We are not making a decision on this tonight, but
No.
do we need to adopt the resolution either way?
Well, this is what I did was I prepared the resolutions of either way.
Okay,
So if we want to investigate further, I recommend that we table it so that we can further review and investigate what does it mean to become a charter township. We are though, however, required, as soon as we got the eligibility the certification from the state, I I was mandated to get that published in the newspaper within 15 days of receiving that certificate. So upon reading the guidance that they gave us, I was like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, publish. So and we had to publish it not just once, but once and then 7 days later. So we met that requirement. Now the next step is we do have to decide whether to or not to. So I prepare resolutions in the same number, both for or against, in both manners. And if we want to table this, we can put this on the March and look into it further and probably have a further, better detailed discussion what we decide then.
Yeah, I want to make a motion to table because I put this information in our attorney's hands to research it and let us know what he thinks about it. And I'll give you a little more information about that.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to table this. Is there support for that motion?
I'll support that.
Okay, then let's discuss it. There's a 10-year window, is there not?
Yes, what happens is whenever the census comes out, any township that becomes eligible will receive the certification that we did.
Yes.
If we choose not to, we can't go back in a couple of years and say, oh, we want to. Doesn't work that way.
No.
So the window is only every 10 years. Once we get that certification, our next opportunity will be at the next census. When the next census is performed, we'll get another certification saying that we are eligible to become a charter. Do you want to do? And we'll be faced with the same decision. Do we want to or not?
Okay.
What is the advantage of being a charter township?
Well,
Excuse me,
yes, Mark, did you have a question?
I have a point of order. With all due respect, Mr. Supervisor, you made a motion to table it. It has been seconded.
Yes, but we're in discussion
No.
right now.
With all due respect, under Robert's Rules of Order and any other rules of order, if you make a motion to table, you can only discuss the motion to table. You cannot discuss the matter at hand. That's why you tabled it. You have to table it and it's over. You discuss it next time when it's brought off the table. If you're gonna discuss it now, you can't table it.
I'm not certain you are correct.
This is a motion of order.
But I want to take your word for it tonight.
You take my word for it. You cannot discuss it once you make a
I'll be
motion to
checking that
table
out.
it.
I'm gonna take your word for it tonight.
Trust me.
Technically, if you table it, it actually means you're gonna revisit it in the same
And
meeting.
you
If
cannot discuss
postpone
it.
It means you're moving it to another meeting.
You cannot
So
discuss it any further.
I will rescind
Period.
my motion to table. And we will discuss this before we put another motion on the board, on the
Do your
table.
job.
Yep. So, what were your questions, Dwayne?
What is the advantage of being a charter township?
Well, I gave you the information.
Yeah,
So
I read this thing twice and and I Googled it. and
okay,
looked.
okay. So the primary.
You gotta have 4 trustees instead of 2.
Yes, that's one of
You
the
have to-
changes. You have to have 4 instead of 2. That's
And you have to
statutory.
provide water, sewer.
No, we don't.
Fire department,
No.
police department?
No, no. Here's the
I
deal.
think so.
Here's the thing.
The way I read it, it said you have to.
No, but the more we don't have to, but
Available.
yeah, if it's not always available, it's not always available.
Okay,
That's
so what's
not a
the
requirement.
advantage?
That's not the requirement. The primary protection of being a charter township is annexation protection. It doesn't prevent it 100%.
That's the only real advantage.
That is
here
the
for
really
us,
the
I
only
think.
real advantage. We're a unique township, being butted up against to the city of Memphis, and our commercial area, zoned area, is near the city of Memphis. Under our current general law, they could very easily come in and annex us up M19 and grab our tax dollars.
They're never gonna do that.
Which there has been discussion of.
There
by
has
the
been
city.
discussion.
They're
I
never,
don't think
There
ever
has
do
been
either.
discussion. So anyhow, with being a charter township, it provides us with more protection from that possibility further down the line. So in the next 10 years, over the next 10 years, City of Memphis is going to go through different board members, different, changes in their own people that they have on their council. Who knows if they decide to. They can annex, north, south, east, west. Our commercial area is just to the north of them. So they could I'm not saying I'm not accusing them, I'm nothing, I'm just stating the facts that I know that it is a possibility. And do we really wanna wait 10 years to see if that happens or not?
They ain't gonna do it.
So,
Yeah.
it does give us, the more services we offer in our township, which is coming, we're gonna be having the EMS setting up in our township, which will help further protect us. The more services we offer, the better the protection that we have under the charter township thing. If we're not charter township, it doesn't really matter how many services that we offer. Under general law, they can just come in and say, we're taking this from you and we can't do a darn thing about it.
Well,
You might wanna look real close to what Dwayne said. I believe you are required to provide police protection.
yeah, well,
By contract, we can do it by contract.
Right, but you better check on
Still
what it
not.
costs to have.
That's
Because
what I have
we-
the attorney
I
looking
think-
at right now.
Yeah.
Doug and I ran across this at one of our training classes probably 15, 20 years ago, I remember that.
Yeah, but we have
I'm-
contracts with the fire protection and special assessment that I believe that would qualify, but we can get
That'll
clarification for
qualify
sure.
for fire, but police, you would have to contract a car from St. Clair County, and that's
Exactly.
very expensive.
yes, and then also it says about, that we can assess property property taxes without
Yeah,
going
without a
to a
special
public.
assessment
Right.
process.
Yep.
That is not gonna fly in this township,
Yeah, the resident won't be
Guaranteed.
excited about that, I can guarantee it.
guaranteed.
But they can also, they have the recourse of referendum.
They
do
do.
not?
Yeah.
So.
Either way,
yeah,
they have the recourse of
I'm not
referendum.
excited about it,
No.
just
no,
off the cuff, but I'm gonna have Mr. Vickery research it. He's very familiar with charter townships, he works for some, and he's looking at it right now, and we're gonna sit down and talk about it. So we just wanted to make sure you had this information tonight, and I had rescinded my motion, so I'm gonna remake the motion, and we will, to table, and if there's support for that motion, then we'll table it. That'll give me time to get an opinion back from our attorney, and give you time to research.
We'll get some clarification on the
Just
fire
a
and
quick
police.
question. Riley's
I'd like
never
to
been a
see.
charter township, right?
No.
No.
No,
They
you-
used to
you-
have a requirement of 5,500 residents.
It's 2,000 now.
Yeah,
according
that's
to-
why we got
It
that's
used
why
to
we
be
got the
5,500,
certification.
But that changed, the
And
state
then-
changed it.
I guess secondly, are there any townships around us that adopted this?
Well, it all depends on when they got their certification.
They're all in the paper right now.
Can you imagine
Are they
somebody
Same
calling it?
publication as you.
Okay.
This time
There
of
was
the
like
night?
5 of them in the.
Was there?
It was not an emergency.
Mhm.
How'd she call myself?
I think there is a high number of charter townships.
Your wife calls,
in the state
she
of
wants to
Michigan.
know if you want butter on your popcorn.
Well, usually if they're chartered, they're near a city because they're protecting themselves from the nearby city or village from annexation. So when you look at Fort Gratiot with Port Huron, Fort Gratiot is a charter township because they're protecting from Port Huron from gobbling them up.
Yeah, but those are huge.
Well, I'm saying, but
Cities
years
compared
ago,
to us.
somebody decided to become a charter township to protect
Big
themselves.
fish eat little fish.
Yeah.
You put the village of Emmett and Memphis together, it's not even close to what's in Riley.
No.
Not even close.
So anyway, are we done tonight?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Is
You've
it,
been here late enough.
There's how many? There's 139
139 charter townships.
in Michigan out of 1,200.
So that's not too many.
Small, very small minority. All right, I will, I think I already did remake the motion to
I'll
table.
re-second it.
All right, and then we'll re-vote on it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Do we have anything else tonight other than comments from the Board of Trustees not already addressed?
We need to do
Whoa,
this first.
Great.
What is it?
This is our item that was added to the agenda,
Okay,
the
yes.
insurance proposal that came in
missed
to
that.
the office yesterday.
That is a annual renewal on our township insurance by Nickel and Saff. Can you give us the numbers on that?
Yep, Mr. Sapp Senior came into the office and delivered the package. The annual premium for this year for property and casual insurance renewal proposal, the annual premium this year is $15,830. The expiring premium is $14,849. The renewal premium has an increase of $981 or 6.61%. They do have a couple of, this premium excludes the terrorism coverage. Terrorism coverage is optional for $357. There is also a cyber insurance optional for an additional annual cost of $1,888.
Only.
Only.
Only $1,800 for
Do we have
cyber
IT
insurance.
already set up for this?
Well, we do have firewalls for them, but it's not a guarantee. One click of an email or whatever, it still can be. I think that no matter what, there's been times where we've had things snake in on our emails, and it's clickbait can be very deceiving. It just takes a split second and we got a worm or something. We do have firewall. IT Bright has been great with that, in making sure that we have the right setup for our agency and stuff, but I still think that we need to insure ourselves on it.
Where's that cover?
Against a cyber attack, the limits,
attacks.
yeah, against a cyber attack, if we got locked out of our system, basically, it could cost us a lot more money to get it unlocked.
We're gonna pay them that money to get
Yeah.
it back on.
So that would be an addition onto the.
Onto the 15.
Onto the 15,
Correct.
830.
Yeah.
So I have a question for an audience member tonight. Dawn, do you, as a clerk for another municipality, do you think they have cyber insurance over there?
I don't believe we do.
I
I'm
know,
just
'cause I-
wondering how common it is, you know?
I guess I'm
And you're a
wondering,
much bigger municipality
what
than
do
we
they
are.
cover if that would be, like,
Well, it says the current, let's see here. Let's see here, has offered a proposal for cyber coverage for an additional annual amount, what I just said. Aggregate limits of 100,000 would be afforded for, number one, data compromise response expense. Number two, data compromise liability. Number three, cyber attack and cyber extortion. Number four, network security and liability. And number five, electronic media liability. Covered claims would be subject to a $1,000 deductible. I would be happy to appear before the board to discuss optional coverage as well, if you have any
You might want
questions.
them to appear and discuss it.
Yeah. I asked no, because I thought I had a bug on my computer. I called IT Right, and the guy gave me this huge speech about it's basically impossible with their firewalls and stuff they had in there.
So what's the cost of the insurance?
$1,800 and some dollars.
Plus a $1,000 deductible, so it's gonna cost you $2,800.
So, can we add this at a later date at either of
I
these?
think we can add the additional at a later date if we want to
Okay.
invite him to the March meeting for that cyber
They'll take our
information.
money. They'll take our money.
If we want to, well,
Well,
the insurance expires as of today, so
Yeah, we
we
have to-
we have to renew today for the,
Biggest Foster Oil and Sunrise Convenience Store, they do not have this.
Don't have it.
So for just the bare bones on that, it's an increase of 6% from last year.
6.61% increase, yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? When I started in 2012 as a supervisor, we were around $6,000 or $7,000 for our total township insurance. Now we're at what, 15,000?
Almost 16.
16. Anyway,
Yeah, mine just went $600 a year.
all right, well, let's, I'll make a motion to approve the renewal of the annual policy with Nickel and Saf tonight.
I'll second.
Just the basic.
Yeah, for the $15,830.
Yes. And then the board can decide at a later date whether they want to add the cyber insurance.
No, you said there was a terrorism down there too?
Yeah, that's in that other middle
That's
paragraph.
Foreign terrorism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not homegrown.
Yeah.
There's a difference, you know.
Now, is that included
Well,
with the
it does say
baseline?
coverage is now afforded for both foreign and domestic acts
Wonderful.
for $357
Only.
only.
Okay.
We have one with the policy. Is it foreign or domestic? I forget.
I,
Doug thinks this is funny, but it's not. We got a lot of homegrown terrorists around.
Oh, well, let's see
A
here.
lot of home growing.
Grown something.
Homegrown something, we don't know what to call
Oh.
it, but.
Yeah, I'd
There's a
have
lot
to
of
look
home-
through.
Mark's right, we got a lot of home growing. We don't,
Yeah.
not necessarily
Right,
terrorists.
right across the street from me. Right next to his house.
Yeah,
Let's not go
We
there.
got it on both sides of us.
Let's not go there.
I,
I think all I have to do, like somebody told me, is stand on the porch and inhale on your stone. I don't think we have to grow anything anywhere.
Okay, you had a motion in a second. on
Did
Yep,
this.
yep, we need a roll on this.
All right, yeah, we had, any discussion on the policy?
No.
Okay. Let's go ahead and vote.
Okay. Al Titus?
Yes.
Mark Baranowski?
Yes.
Dwayne Hagel?
Yes.
Mike Rushing?
Yes.
Don Beam, yes.
Motion carried.
I think we skipped number 8.
Did I skip number 8? I'm
Yes.
sorry. I probably did.
Projected 2022-23 budget.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's just.
We worked so hard to just skip over it.
Well, we're
Sorry.
not deciding anything, but it
No.
is prepared.
Yeah, it is here tonight in our packet, is it not?
It is in your
Yeah, there it
packet.
is. There it is.
It is prepared for
Okay.
review.
Dawn and I have been working on this, and she's doing more work than I am. And Dawn Sawicki has helped me for years on this, and I really appreciate her help. Because this is a big task, I'm telling you. It really is.
We tried to text you the other day.
I know. I
She had a busy
didn't get
day.
up till like 5 o'clock at night, I'm sorry.
That's all
I'm
right.
doing my own.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Did learn a lot, though.
and I really do appreciate the
Yeah.
colors. They
Well-
help a guy my age, my eyesight.
Well, just so you know, that you have 2 of these in there, because when, I like to go line by line and kind of give a description to find out what it is on the line by line that's driving that number.
Yeah.
So, but when you do that, and you try to keep all the columns in one page, it shrinks down the font. So the other paperclip one doesn't have, it's hidden, so that way the overall budget numbers are enlarged and you can see them better. That's
Helps
all.
me, I'll tell you that.
And we also got the
Helps me
ARPA.
keep the columns from running
But-
in with each other.
We also have an expectation before we spend the ARPA
Oh,
funds
yeah.
out.
Yes, so we will add to that list as well, and we'll do that list as well with the county funds and stuff too, so that way we'll have that all allocated out.
So this is for us to review in the next month?
Yeah, we decide ultimately at the annual meeting
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
actually have
budget.
2 months to review it.
But in the March meeting, if you have any adjustments, then we can make those adjustments prior to the annual meeting, that we can update and then update the spreadsheet to reflect those recommendations that you would like to do on that.
All right, we don't need a motion on this. Do we need a motion on something we mentioned?
No, there's no action taken on it.
Nope, just think we got our next meeting and then we can adjourn.
And I know Dwayne's gonna do that.
Next regular scheduled meeting, March 1st. Anyhow, these meetings are falling on the 1st, so.
It is, the next couple of months, it's all like boom, 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 right at the very beginning of
Maybe
the month.
Interesting. All right, so, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion at 8:52.
Which one,
I'll
Mark?
second it.
Okay, Mark.
First
and then
time.
Dwayne. At what time?
8:52.
8:52.
Oh no, they discussed it until 8:53.
You always beat me to the punch.
What's the med?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yeah,
Aye.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Ha
Motion carried and meeting is adjourned.
Save a tree, eh?